What's up, guys? Vince right here. Kind of doing an early podcast slash VinzTalk because right now, yeah, a lot of things are going on. So much that I don't even know if there's going to be videos or I don't even for like a full weekend because, it's always been like Friday that I haven't been posting, but also even for Sunday because I got something going on there. And for those that don't know, I might as well share it. I'm trying to finish my exams. This is like the final year of these college classes, and I'm trying my hardest. And I've been kind of laying off them for the longest time because I never take it seriously. But this time, it's time. Okay, it's time to end this college waking, as well as the amount of work that I'm putting in my job. Since I got a raise, but also the biggest is just these college exams is a pain. And also Sunday is going to be busy because it's my first ever baptism. I'm going to be baptized, and pretty much it's for my and for those that don't know, I believe in God. I'm Christian, and pretty much, I never really share that at all. I'm not the first person to ever, put that on your face and say like, "Listen here, God is gonna see you." You know what I mean? It personally, I needed it. It's my first time, and for whatever reason, my family's making a big deal of it. And also, there's gonna be a lot of things occupying that time as well, especially not being at home or anywhere for a good internet space because for whatever reason, my internet server is just getting worse and worse, which I don't know how that's possible. AT&T needs to fix their thing, but yeah, if you know me, if you've seen my videos for the longest time, especially my other Vince talks where I talk about how I was possessed, yeah, this is one of those moments where it's kind of like I'm going to the doctor, but I'm kind of just seeking God that I need, help and safety because these demons, they're choking me in my dreams. So, I kind of need to be safe. I need to be alive, and my soul needs to be safe as well. So, it's just something personal religiously, but, if you know, you know. Everyone has their own religions. There's certain things that they have to do to occupy that time and also support what their beliefs are, and I'm kind of doing the same thing. So, yeah, the only kind of day left is basically a Saturday because that's kind of like what's available in terms of videos that I'm going to be uploading. And the thing is that there is a bunch of stuff that I want to upload. I was, ready to, do a whole batch of videos, but I'm like, then all this work just freaking hit me in the in the guts, and I was like, oh man, looks like I don't have time. And this is gonna be the last. Hopefully, like next weekend, you're gonna see a whole bunch of videos, a whole bunch of reads, a whole bunch of stuff that I'm working on, and also some interviews for the summer. So that's gonna be something as well. But we just have to wait and see because you just never know with these days and with what's going on in terms of my life. I can't really make promises like I used to, and especially how I really do want to make more stuff because I just hit 14K. So shout out to everyone here. Thank you for 14 subscribers or 14,000. I mean subscribers. Not the biggest number, but to me it is because you guys, especially the ones that has been sticking around here for this long, it's kind of surprising that you been here for a very long time, and I thank you for just that fact that you guys never left, you never unsub, and I could have been more appreciated and also more thankful than you guys staying. So in the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. It is truly a blessing. But other than that, yeah, boyfriends. Hope you saw the video. I don't know if you did see it or did because I haven't really edited anything of it. I did read it, but I haven't edited it yet. Hope it's good. Hope you enjoyed it because it's been like, what, 200. Why do I say 2,000? 200 episodes of Boyfriends. I've been reading it since the first. And the thing is that I don't know if this is like a little side rant or anything. I'm supposed to save this for the animation portion, which is usually the last of this, Vince talk. But no, F that. I'm going to be, telling you at least what I see. Because the thing is that there's certain things that are true or not true. I'm not a Boyfriends channel. I read Boyfriends. It's the same thing with the equivalent of PewDiePie. if you know, okay, everyone should know him. I know these kids nowadays be like, who's PewDiePie? Or some of you kids be like, what, PewDiePie? That guy's old. And how dare you? Well, I mean, he's a fodder now. I mean, shoot, younger than mine. But, I mean, yeah, like, he doesn't need to be relevant here and there. But you just, if you know, you know, okay? If you don't know PewDiePie, first off, how? How? It's kind of, I still find it crazy that people just have no idea who's PewDiePie, and he's the most subscribed YouTuber on this platform. The biggest one. But he is, pretty much known for playing games like Minecraft, Happy Wheels, and Amnesia, especially if you're like an OG subscriber like me. And that's kind of like the same thing with me. I'm known for boyfriends. I'm known for reading BLs. I'm known for the LGBT plus content. And as much as I'm known for other things that I wish I was known for, other than, this guy that is single and just reads BLs by himself in his bedroom and freaks out. Yeah, pretty much there's a time where I wished there was other aspects of who I am, because there's more to me than just what you see with the boyfriends. You don't know my past. You don't know, what I've been through in my life, the heartbreaks of the main reason of why I do these videos in the first place, and also the emotions of the reason why I pretty much make fun or humor or, anything like that. So this is all just, all these videos that I made, and pretty much the amount of stuff, especially for boyfriends. I never want to be known as the guy that is known for reading boyfriends. I also don't like the misleading, perspective, oh, this guy is a huge fan of, biggest fan of boyfriends. Listen, I'll show you my room. Find anything that resemblance as boyfriends, boy, girlfriend, shoot, down to earth. I don't have anything in my room of that. I have a picture of Metal Gear. Okay, I have a picture of some of the previous skate games that I played in the past, and some stuff from conventions. But I don't have anything that resembles that at all. Okay, I just that's not what I am. And I don't like this perspective of people that they don't know me. They think I'm over obsessive. They think I have all this pink, which is my favorite color, but they think that I am beyond queer, when no, I'm just a normal person. I just so happen to be part of a community that is queer, but at the same time, you can name almost anybody under the sun that is beyond queerer than me, that's also more embraced than me, but I'm just chilling. For crying out loud, I believe in God. All these other people that actually within the queer community, they believe in most other things, and that's cool. But what I am is just not a resemblance of what you see. And I feel like there's this idea that I'm the hugest fan of boyfriends, and this is no hate to boyfriends at all. It's just that for so long, you be thinking I've been playing, for example, you be thinking PewDiePie is a huge fan of the games he's known for, Happy Wheels and Amnesia. No, he just plays the game, and he's just known for it because he's funny with it. Do you blame Jacksepticeye? Because if he played Minecraft every single day, you think he's the most supportive, most biggest one? Maybe he is the biggest one because he's a big channel if he does play Minecraft, or Dreams, or anyone like that. But the thing is that they are probably not. It's because you guys request it. And the reason why I read Boyfriends is because you request the series. You're the ones in the comments, hey, please read this. And there you go. I'm reading it, okay? I'm not out here praising. I'm not out here also, I don't even know who Ray is. Me and Ray have never met, the creator of Boyfriends. I don't know the controversy. I don't know anything of that. But also, I'm not aware of it at all. And there's a part of me where I feel like people are going to mention my name, because if they mention Boyfriends and also its creator and all this allegations and stuff like that. I have nothing to do with that. I can't imagine people also are known because they met Drake, but also for all the allegations that Drake is, because Kendrick kind of put those allegations out there with his diss track. Drake himself, or the person that, communicates with Drake and is friends with him, is not known for that at all, that Drake is, and probably has different motives between the two, and different, and if anything, they're probably not friends. I guarantee you there's a lot of that because people be thinking like, oh, I'm like, sort of related or like, humbling or just like, I worship freaking Ray Refrain Bro or something. No, I don't. Okay, no, I don't. For crying out loud, I guarantee you there's 1,000 things that we disagree on. If anything, we probably might not be cool if we do meet each other. I do want to be cool, I guarantee you, but I don't know. Like, it's the same thing with Asel. As I don't know Asel, and Asel doesn't know me. And this perspective, because we're both part of like, the LGBT plus movement of, doing webtoon content, is like we're the same person. No, that's not true, man. That's not true. I'm beyond blunt compared to any other webtoon creator. I'm the most honest and stuff like that. But maybe different, and but also in a religious sense, because I don't cuss because God's watching me, and cussing summons demons. To me, if you don't believe that, hey, do you, okay? Cuss like a sailor all you want. Not me. I'm not in a safe space, okay? I guarantee you, I do not. I'm trying my best out in these streets, trying not to summon demons, and it feels like it's just easy, but it's also scary because I don't want that to happen. I just don't listen. I'm trying to have God save me, all right? I'm on God's side. I guarantee you, most people that follow my channel are probably not in God's side. That's okay. Well, pretty much, most people that are Christian be like, no, that's not okay, Vince. Well, what do you want me to do? Listen, if a freaking hitman, a person that a murderer comes to my restaurant and orders my pasta, and I'm gonna cook you a fine pasta, okay? You order this fine pasta, this chicken palm, okay? I'm gonna give it to you. I don't know you. You just came here, you gave the money, and you just say, hey, can I get a chicken parm and stuff like that while you're holding an AK or a knife? I don't even care what you did later, okay? I do not care. Go ahead. Enjoy your meal, sir. You have fun, and I don't know who you're after, but I ain't part of it. I ain't part of it. Anyways, I just want to get that out there. This VinzTalk series is usually a rant series, so it's a lot of rant, and I've been doing that a lot. Maybe because I'm getting old, but other than that, let's move on and focus on some stuff that I kind of want to talk about. So there's this VTuber named Visecs. I'm kidding. You would think it is, okay? His first name letters is VI. I'm like, what? What did I do? No, but it's Visecs, okay? Which still sounds like Vinsex, but no, it's Visecs, and not sex like the what, but no, V-seconds. Okay, which we should call him. I don't know where the V-sex, when you say V-sex, it's kind of like V-sex, like he V-sex someone. No, like I'll just call him V-seconds, just to make things less awkward, okay? But yeah, V-seconds, a person that is known as a battle rapper or rapper in general, is now doing VTuber content. And listen, I learned all this stuff from Omni, so you can get his info on the majority of this. But personally, from what I heard, I guess that he has caught controversy because he's just being a dingus like out here, because I don't know. And listen, I'm not the best when it comes to giving informative of like, sources or anything. I don't do my notes. I don't care. Okay, so if Visecs, if you're hearing this, listen, I don't know you. I guarantee you part of the hip hop culture, which I am in the dance sense, because I like to do dance battles and stuff like that. You like to do rap battles, maybe mostly music. Then again, I don't know. I don't follow him. But what I do know is that he's just bringing a certain vibe within like a community. And here's the thing. I don't like how certain people, and I used to be like this, I think a long time. I don't like it when people have like a certain energy or vibe that comes from the streets, the projects. And listen, I'm from Oakland, okay? I know about the projects and stuff like that, or at least in the Asian sense. But I know what it is like out here in terms in the ghetto cities of California. Why would you bring that energy at all into a geek space, a space where people don't need to be an a-hole, people don't need to be a dingus, unlike this person that just call out hate and stuff like that, and maybe for the right reasons, maybe for this, but at the same time, like his excuse was just stupid, like it's just ignorant, and he was like, "Listen, I came from like," and I'm gonna word this very like unworldly and. For those that don't know, pretty much this person named Visecs just like, like calling out the VTuber community for racism and for this and that. Some is justified, some it's not. But also brought in the worst excuse of doing that, which is saying that he is from the streets. He used to rob and people and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, what kind of dumb excuse is that? Okay, me saying, especially serving food to a murderer or something like that I don't care about. Listen, if you're a nice person, you're cool. But when it comes down to you know, just going into a community, say you want to go into like the anime romance community, which I'm part of, and all of a sudden, I'm calling out everybody. I'm getting everyone's heads. I'm calling out this romance YouTuber. I'm calling this booktuber. And I'm calling them this name. I'm calling this and that. I'm saying them death threats. Why would you do that? That's literally like you go into a freaking like house of just innocent people. Like, for example, either a church or a freaking Bed Bath and Beyond. I don't freaking know. Like a beauty store or something. You go to a beauty store and you're just like, I'm gonna punch everyone and also be part of this. Buy my stuff here. You know what I mean? It's just like, why though? Just why? You just decided to woke up and chose violence. And sure, he's gonna be like, oh man, I don't give a damn. Listen. I believe in karma, and I know that's gonna happen to you. I'm not saying that it should, but you shouldn't do that, man. Like, there's no point of just showing violence. There's enough violence out there, okay? Like, we don't need to add that in a VTuber space community or whatever you may call it. I don't freaking know. Like, there's certain communities that are safe and there's certain communities that are not. Like, I'm surprised you didn't bring that to the gaming community because there's more like, savage people within the gaming community, at least what I believe throughout my time seeing news surrounding gaming and also the people in it. But like a VTuber community where it's not supposed to be like that at all. And like, why won't talk to these people that he call out or something like that? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of like not in much within the spectrum of just like this knowledge of like what he's doing. I guarantee you I heard this from Omni, so maybe he's more qualified. Anyone's qualified. I'm just talking my ish and just like, just letting and this and that and just pretty much just sharing my thoughts because it was kind of a big deal in the news. Like with the other stuff that I'm going to talk about in this VinzTalk. But I don't know him. I don't know this. I don't know, like, and pretty much I don't understand at all with the like bringing a certain type of energy and him talking to a community that doesn't really like, there's no point of being like, sure, you can be a gangster, okay, a gangster, all right, like Nicki Minaj, but a gangster and also play games and be a VTuber and just, blah, 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 say. What does that matter? That doesn't, who cares? Who cares if like you from the streets or something? You think people care if I'm from Oakland and stuff like that? I don't even mention that. I don't even mention what it's like growing up in the projects because that's not different from the other person next to me. Especially still living here. And it still sucks. But at the same time, when I go to the internet, I want to escape from it. We go to the internet to escape from it. You bringing back that energy doesn't help anyone. And it's just so ignorant. It's so pointless. Like you bashing people for no reason, all because they're this and that. Listen, karma will come for them. But also, what are you trying to do? He's not, this guy, Visecs is not trying to be a hero. He said it right there. Like, and also, like he's just doing this because he's just doing this. I just don't, because it annoys him. It was like, what type of anger that makes you go into that path is insane. It's insane. It's like you going, like, just going to like a random innocent community. Like there's so many other communities that are messed up, but instead you chose the VTuber, which yes, there are people that are messed up in this community. You can say that about every community. You can say that about the freaking space community. There's people messed up in those and that has done stuff and they're into NASA. Yeah, whatever. But what is this supposed to be about? What are you trying to do? Like, you're not the good guy. You said it, and you robbing people. Well, good luck with the FBI trying to figure that out, or something. Maybe not. Maybe don't care. Maybe there's one person in the police department like, okay. So I don't even understand what's going on here. Like this, like people choosing violence. I can't respect those people. People that decide just to be an a-hole to me, just for the sake of being an a-hole, is so stupid. So you just want people just to smack someone's face just out of nowhere for no reason for the sake of smacking people's face. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It breaks me because I'm like, no, because I just can't understand that. There's already enough going on in this world. And a lot of times there's a reason why I believe in, like, just self-defense. Some people need to fight for themselves, but they don't need to fight anyone for no reason. For the sake of enjoyment, well, that's just a demon in you. And I'm not saying that as a Christian sense. I'm saying that as like, no, something's wrong with you. Okay, something's wrong with you. You just decided to choose violence. Well, something is wrong with you. You're either not human, nor you're a person at all. Because you can just hurt anyone, okay? Like the kid next to you or something like that, huh? You want to hurt, like, you want to go there? You putting people in trouble like this? Like, I don't know. I'm looking at this in a human sense, where I'm like, why? What's the point? If I was his friend, I'll be like, dude, what is this for? What is the point? Because you're mad? Because you're online and you're invincible and stuff like that? It's pathetic, man. That's stupid. Like, I don't get it. Like, anyways, but yeah, that's just my rant about the whole situation. And maybe there's more to it, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just that I don't understand. Like, you just yes, there's problems with the VTuber space. There's problem in the K-pop space. There's problem in the gaming space. Any online space, I guarantee you there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. But then you just decide to, like, call them out, which, hey, do you. But the way he does it is just so ignorant. It's just so annoying. It's just like, well, what do we do from here? And people are going to forget about it. People are going to forget about it later on. That's the thing that I just, like, annoys me. It's like, yep, okay, so that's just it. I just talk about this the same way I talk about the Xbox layoffs. It just happened. Oh, move on. Anyways, pray for these people. But yeah, also another thing, I heard like portions in Chipotle are freaking going bonkers. And not in a good way. They're not putting a lot of them. It's like, man, I've been hearing all these rants or in all these expose vids, especially on TikTok, about Chipotle. And I haven't been in Chipotle in a while. They be taxing you. And that's why I don't go there anymore. It's cheaper to go to the grocery and make your own burrito and taco, whatever it is, stuff like that. You can put as much protein you want. And I guarantee you probably might save a bit more than what you get in Chipotle. But Chipotle just, like the whole, like, double the protein or whatever it is that they ask. Like, you can't get, like, you only get like 4 ounces of protein. What? It's also like just pretty much, like, I don't know. This is something surrounding food. And I would talk a lot about food. I love food more than the next guy. But yeah, this is just like one of those instances where it's like, oh, it's going down. This is just restaurant. And people that used to work at Chipotle are really talking about this. But also not as bad as like Red Lobster. Freaking 93 or whatever, like almost 100 restaurants or something, or probably like 100 restaurants, chains surrounding Red Lobster are closing down. A staple that I used to eat a lot as a kid, and also still today. Like, I sometimes go there. I like their biscuits. I even tried like their poke bowl, which is weird, but I loved it. And the Brussels sprouts and the deep fried lobster and stuff like that. I used to, as a kid, choose tenders there, and I would still get those tenders. And you know what? They still good. They still good. I even like their salads. But yeah, they're closing down. It's like, well, but also it's kind of strange. It's like, they usually never go anywhere, but now they suffer bankruptcy. It's like, are we just losing mad businesses out here? It has to suck working for the food industry, that's for sure. Except if you do media and, like, eating your car and just make a TikTok out of it. But other than that, yeah, that's just what I wanted to share and stuff. And let's get into some gaming news, because there is some stuff here that I really just, really want to talk about, and also just want to delve in terms of just like my opinion surrounding these topics, because there is a new Assassin's Creed Shadow. There's some talk about this. There's also some, of course, some, controversy of like it being woke or whatever they call it. because the main character is black, and also also another thing, the main character is a samurai and it's black, but it's in real life because this is what is his name, Yasuke. I call it Yusuke. There's this popular dancer in the other dance community called, and his name is Taisuke, and people call it Taisuke, but then I said no, almost everyone I know says Taisuke. So I'm gonna call it Yusuke because I think that's like the proper way of saying it, or something like that. I should know because I'm quarter Japanese. But yeah, Yasuke or Yusuke is pretty much like not a samurai, at least in the terms of like history. But also, like, that's not the biggest thing, and I can talk about the freaking, like, him being black and why to choose a black person in a Japanese video game and stuff like that. And, there's, like, both sides to that coin. Even though there's, like, from what I've seen, there's mostly a lot of people like, well, that's just racist if people are complaining. And, the other side is like, well, not accurate. But it is, because it's kind of like saying that it's not historically accurate. It's accurate because Yusuke is a real person, brought by the Portuguese to Japan. And, yeah, a lot of times I wish there was, it would have been fitting, because a Japanese man would make sense. Because Yusuke's black, we chose him, which is not a bad choice, but it's also like, okay, and it's kind of like not a surprise at the same time. But, at least they're not freaking choosing a fictional random person that is not historically accurate. They're choosing historical accuracy for this one, which I usually never see in Assassin's Creed. I don't even know if Kenway or Desmond are real people, to be honest. Even Ezio. I like to think Ezio is a real person, but I don't know. And also as a person that because listen, I want to play the other Assassin's Creed. I haven't touched Valhalla, Origins. Shoot, there is so many, but I want to touch them. I can't. I don't have a PS5. They're expensive. And another thing, this is another thing to the whole Assassin's Creed fiasco, is that it's online only. And I'm sick of that. Isn't that what happened to the crew? And people, there's a whole outrage surrounding the crew, that freaking Ubisoft, and it's just just kill, it's just like a full on, because it's digital only and they only give you a stick. I hated that, especially back then. And it's not really a new thing. The crew is kind of like a result to it. But also, now Assassin's Creed is a result to it. Are they going to come with a real disc? Is the real disc a waste? And me being in ecology, in climate change class, pretty much, isn't that e-waste? That's just what's the point of just having this and having just everything surrounding it just to make it for if it's just going to be digital, you just got to put a code, especially making the plastic box. Well, what's the point of making a plastic box? Just to have it online, just have it on the freaking PSN store. I don't get it with this digital future, and I can see the outrage surrounding it. Because let me tell you, it's only online service, and so, but it's also not cheap. Games nowadays, especially Assassin's Creed, The Crew, or whatever it is out there, shoot, these, especially surrounding PC and also PlayStation, they are almost $100. Okay, 89, 70, whatever it is. 70 is the cheapest, but $100 is it's for whatever reason the norm for these games. Listen, I don't know about you, but the amount of games I play, I don't even pay for that much. It's best at 5, 10, or free emulation. But it's really this amount, and also you have a DLC pass that you pay extra, and it's I don't see this game being played. I don't even see myself playing this game, because what if it runs out? Oh, I miss literally for example, I bought a PS5, not cheap, okay? I don't even know when I'm going to be a PS5. That's going to be a miracle. If anything, I would spend my money on a better PC. But, a PS5 is not cheap. And if I buy that, imagine buying that for the purpose of playing Assassin's Creed Shadow, and the online is out because apparently 3 months means it's freaking old. Like, that's just, I don't get that. So I spent all that for nothing. I bought the box and it's just like it runs out on you. The same thing with the crew. Like, it just like you buy the game, and here's the thing. Aren't you supposed to keep the games? I know there's this common sense, like, imagine you buying a coat. It's that's your coat. You bought it with your own money. You paid the damn coat. You paid your damn car. Even though that can get towed in a repo. That's not a good analogy. You bought these new shoes. You bought like this bed, that I'm laying on. You bought it. You don't want your freaking like whatever person you bought it from taken away from you, like some big company, like I don't even know what brand this freaking bed is from. But for example, this shirt, like Nike, you don't want Nike just knocking at your door like, hey, you didn't pay the freaking Nike tax. We're gonna have to take all your clothes and shoes. I'm like, I just bought, but I bought these. I own these now. I was like, sorry, we're gonna take them all away now. Can you imagine that? That's literally what's happening in the gaming space. With the freaking digital games, they can just take it away from you. It's just like, and that's normal. Why no one's talking about that? Especially people in the gaming industry looking at you kind of funny. Like, it's like this needs to be a big conversation, and that needs to be a bigger conversation than the whole Assassin's Creed fiasco than the freaking black character, or just the accuracy and stuff like that. The online service and also is annoying, and I don't want that to be a normal thing in gaming, even though it's unfortunately is, especially mainstream gaming. It's already expensive as it is. Imagine something so expensive, but then later on in the years, it's not going to be active anymore. It is not going to be playable anymore. Don't you want those games to last? Apparently not, because they want it online. Because I don't freaking know. Maybe it makes big bucks, even though it is nonsense. I don't get it. But yeah, that's what's happening. And also, I guess the only way to go from here, and yeah, no gaming company is not going to be on my good side, that's for sure, because I'm going to talk about emulation. Because emulators are coming to, iOS, because I have an iPhone and I have iOS. Okay, I wish I had Android, but no. But yeah, emulators like RetroArch and PPSSPP. For fun fact, PSP is one of my first ever emulation that I ever actually own on PC. So my first device that I put emulation in, which was RetroArch. So this is perfect. Right now I've been using Delta. So, I am pretty much, or not really new to the whole emulation space surrounding the iOS. But yeah, that's actually a good thing. And yeah, pretty much that's all I have to say. All I can say, and also shout out to StopKillingGames.com that actually trying to prevent this, and also giving good knowledge surrounding these things. Because the thing is that learning from climate change, I found out that it's not only in reality, like stop trash and stuff like this. Also in the gaming space, we gotta stop freaking killing games. We gotta stop with the e-waste. We gotta stop also wasting people's money. That's important. But just stop with all this waste of just with these practices in the gaming sphere where it's, paying this much for a game that is probably not going to last that long. Instead, you can go to emulation and just play this stuff for free. And, you don't need to worry about that. Anyways, listen, I'm not a saint. That's why I'm supposed to get baptized. And maybe when I get baptized, all these demons will wash away from me, and you'll be hearing a much more peaceful Vince. But that's not a promise. I don't promise anything here anymore. One love and a peace. Thank you guys for 14K.